Good morning. Good Monday morning to you. Sorry about the technical difficulties. My computer is not cooperating this morning. It keeps lagging for some reason. I don't know if it's a power issue, maybe an internet issue, but whatever it is, the phone's working good, so we're going to roll with that. So, good Monday morning to you. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Brian McDonald. I believe in encouraging people to expand what they see in themselves. And I believe if we can do it on a consistent basis, it can make a huge impact in people's lives. So yes, I'm looking at my face here. I do need a haircut, or it could be the fact that I drove 6 hours to dinner last night. My hair's standing up a little bit this morning. But anyways, what I wanted to share with you this morning was an experience I had yesterday. Just like I said a second ago, I drove 6 hours to go to dinner last night, actually spent an hour and a half at dinner. And when we was on the way home, my daughter was like, "Dad, you realize we just spent 7.5 hours on dinner?" And I was like, really didn't think about it, but we did. And she goes, "That's kind of crazy, isn't it?" And I was like, "Yeah, but was it good?" And she goes, "Yeah, it was real good." So was it worth it? And she said, "Yes, it was definitely worth it." So, but what I wanted to share this morning with you is we do this quite often in our family, is do things that some people or most people wouldn't do because of the limitations of it. You know, yes, I would like to go to dinner at that place, but I don't want to drive 3 hours to that place. That, you know, that would be a consideration that people would have. And a lot of times we do this intentionally so that we can so we can see ourselves in a different light. A lot of times people won't do something because they're like, "Man, I don't want to do that." You know, it's just something that, you know, very few people would do. And a lot of times it can be something as simple as going to dinner. Now, we went to dinner at the Melting Pot last night, which is more than just dinner, or it should be. It's created to be an experience, an intimate experience, whether it's for a husband or wife, a family, a group of people, whatever. It's meant to be an intimate experience. And, you know, if you take it that way and you look at it that way, it can be a great experience. So that's the reason we drove 3 hours for dinner. It wasn't just for dinner. It was more for the experience. And we always have a great experience when we go there. And I think we even had an impact on the waitress because she about fell out when she realized we drove 3 hours to eat there. She had a hard time wrapping her mind around it. So we even had an impact on the waitress last night. But I believe, you know, if we can take time to do things that are a little bit out of the norm, it changes how we see ourselves. And I believe that can have an impact on our lives. So I once drove 8 hours to help a coaching client for 2 hours, drove 8 hours back home. And it wasn't for the money. I made very little money off of the deal. Most of it went in expenses. And here's the deal, I didn't even do it for that client or that person. I did it for myself. I wanted to be able to see myself as somebody that will go beyond and do things that other people won't do, because I believe when we do that, it has an impact on our lives. It has an impact beyond where we can, beyond the things that we can physically control. So just wanted to share that with you guys this morning. Tomorrow, I'm going to share with you guys how impactful shared stories, shared experiences can have in people's lives. For me, I've had some very huge blessings this year on the career end of my life. And a lot of the things that took place were beyond my physical control, beyond what I could make happen on my own. And I believe a lot of it comes from some of the shared stories that I study. So I wanted to share that with you guys in the morning. So I hope you guys have a great start to your week. Hopefully my computer problems will be back tomorrow. May even get a haircut. So you guys have a great Monday, and I will see you in the morning.